Like, he's disrespected me before, but not in front of people. Now you have done it in front of my family, and now I look like I look disrespected. So I'm pissed. What's up, my fellow kingdom ambassadors? What's good? What's popping? What's going on? In between, underneath, above, and all of that good stuff. How you feeling? How you kicking it? How you breathing? The moral of the story is, poocha lay, sweet baby. How you doing, Pooh? I hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If this is your first time seeing my face, what's up, Pooh? My name is beautifully Yasme. I am a child of God. I am a content creator. This channel is co-ran, most importantly ran by God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. And I'm just a vessel that is being used to run this channel physically. Okay, and if you would like to be a part of this Kingdom Ambassador tribe, first and foremost, go ahead and like this video. Leave one yellow heart in the comments down below so that I know that you are new to this channel, but you want to be true to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. And then the most important thing is to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, because you can't be an ambassador of a kingdom that you're not a part of. So to be an ambassador of the kingdom of God, you have to verbally declare Jesus as Lord over your life by simply saying, Jesus Christ, I believe you died on the cross for me. I surrender my life over to you. And yeah, and at that point, you have announced you're under the new covenant, which through the blood of Jesus Christ. And yeah, and that's just the beginning. You have to now turn away from your sins and live a righteous life. Not a perfect life, but a righteous life. And not sin, meaning like don't sin willingly, okay? But that's, if you want to know more about that, that's more so on my ministry channel, which is beautifully Yasme. And it's just somewhere be in the description somewhere below. But yeah. All right. But if you are a returning subscriber and my face is not new to you, hey fam bam, go ahead down in the comments below, leave me 2 yellow hearts so that I know that you are true to the channel and not new to the channel, and I can welcome you back with another yellow heart. First one, let you know that God love you, you know it, and the second one is let you know that I love you and I mean it. And with that, my fellow kingdom ambassadors, let's get right into this video, into the story team. And I boom ba 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 boom ba 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 boom ba 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 boom ba 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 boom and a boom. Fire. So this is a story time about, we're going to continue another story about Drake. And if you don't know about Drake, Drake is the one that I did a story, well, I mentioned, I did another story time about Drake before. I think it was called, I forced him to be my man or something like that. I think it was something like that. But yeah, it was a 2-parter. Yeah, but so let's see what happened. So this is, I had already started college, so it is in 2017. This was like towards the ending of our relationship, the beginning to the end of our relationship or whatever. And so we were, I had went back home because usually he would, like how it worked my first year of school, even how I got to school, he helped me do my application. He helped me, he paid for my he paid for my my college application. He paid for my books. He paid for, like, he was a really good boyfriend. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, this is gonna be broken up. Just because me and somebody are broken up does not make me resentful towards him, because I don't have any malice towards anybody, and I don't have any ill intent towards anybody. I feel like everything worked out how it's supposed to, and I know that God has control over my life. So like, if we didn't work out, then it just wasn't a part of God's will, and he's happily married now, so thank God. So yeah, so Drake and I, so I had came back home for Thanksgiving break, and my sister had just had a baby at this point. I think it was my godson. He just came, and he was like freshly born. Okay, so he was like a couple of months older. If he's off, he will come pick me up from my parents' house, because I know I don't drive. He'll come pick me up from my parents' home. I will go chill at his house. We'll watch movies. We were always like under each other, and I used to be like that in all of my relationships, but I also haven't been in a relationship in a very long time. So, but I'm not like that anymore. I really don't care to be under somebody 24/7, because I really love I love my own space. But at that time, we would be under each other all the time. When we're off, we're with each other, like, you know. So it was one day where he had came pick me up or whatever, and I needed to go do laundry. So he had came pick me up, and I went to his house to go like do my laundry or whatever, and we were watching movies and stuff. And we ended up, when he picked me up, we ended up stopping at Subway. We went and got a sandwich. So he picked me up like around, I would say noon, because I used to like want to leave my parents' house as early as possible so I can be with him. Not because these are my adopted parents, so they weren't abusive at all, like not in the slightest bit, like not in the slightest bit. They actually like love me and truly like care for me and are great parents. Okay, if I could have been born out of their loins, but then I wouldn't be African. So yeah, I don't know if I would want to be born out of their loins. If I could be born out of their loins and they be my actual parents that are from Africa, and well, I like my mom, my actual biological mom too. So nah, I feel like I want to keep them as who they are, my adopted parents, like that. Yeah, because I like my mom, not kind of, like I love my mom, so yeah, no. And I like my family, so yeah, I have no regrets. Anyway, so he came and picked me up. He ended up dropping me off at home, because even at my grown age, if I was to go to my 28-year-old now, if I was to go to my parents' house right now, I would have a curfew, which is why I used to want to leave my parents' house dumb early so that I have enough time to do everything. Their curfew was 10 p.m., bruh. 10 p.m. Like, you knew my dude. Well, why I got a 10 p.m. with the curfew? I don't understand. So, as soon as I woke up, because my parents were like a stickler for people waking up early. Again, why I don't live with them, because I like to wake up when I like to wake up. I like to be home when I like to be home. I mean, even now I don't really go anywhere like that. I rarely be out too late like that. So, but nonetheless, I like the option to have it. Okay, so we usually wake up around 7 a.m. because my daddy makes breakfast, the best breakfast in the world. So I woke up, I had breakfast. My dad made some grits, and then he made boiled sausage. And he made my grits separate from everybody because I don't eat cheese and I don't like peppers in my grits. So he will cook my grits first, or he'll make me my own separate batch so I can always eat on it or whatever. Love my daddy. My daddy spoils me. I love him. So I ate that, woke up, texted him, was like, hey, I'm up. Because usually, sometimes we'll fall asleep on the phone together. But on this particular day, we didn't, because his phone was dying or whatever. So, this was around Thanksgiving time. I woke up and he ended up I told him like, hey, can you come get me, da-da-da. So he came, he picked me up, and I brought my clothes with me. We ended up stopping by Subway. On the way there, we went and got something. I have a thing about like, I don't know. Okay, so like when I'm dating somebody and I'm in public and people give me compliments like, "Oh, you're so beautiful," da da da, it makes me feel like, yeah, thank you. Let him know. Like I love getting compliments when I'm with my significant other, cause it's like, cause you thought, did you forget? People like what? Yeah, let him know. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it, baby. Don't play with it. Okay? That's how I remember that, because I got a compliment from the workers. Like literally all the workers, every time I'm like, "You're so pretty." And mind you, I get the most compliments when I'm like bare. Like this bare. And people just be like, "You're so pretty." But I also don't wear makeup. So like this is my everyday look anyway. But like when I mean bare, I mean like I don't have lipstick on. That's the most makeup you will see me do is lipstick. A cute little lip color. And that's pretty much it. But I be feeling my little zhuzh when I put on a little lipstick. A little red lip. A red lip. On. Can't tell me nothing. So we go get out the subway. We head to his house. Or start the load or whatever. And something, we're there for a little bit, to the point I couldn't finish my load. Like the clothes wasn't done washing, and I think something happened to where he had to drop me off. I don't remember what it was that was like so important, but something happened to where he had to drop me off. So he dropped me off at home. He dropped me back off at home. It's like probably like probably like 45 minutes that we're there. However long it takes to do a cycle of clothes. Yeah, the cycle wasn't finished yet. I remember that because that's why he had to finish it for me, because he had to drop me off because something came up. So he dropped me off at home and we're texting, right? Mind you, my sister just had her baby or whatever. He's not brand new, but he's like a couple of months new, and it's just me and her at home. We're watching TV. Baby is like wah 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 wah. She's sitting on the couch across from me, and like she's like trying to like rock her baby, trying to like feed her baby. She's breastfeeding at this time, so she's trying to feed her baby, my god baby. And we're talking, and I'm talking to her about like, I almost said his real name, by Drake, okay? And I'm like, sister, and this is like, she's like my favorite person in the world, so yeah. So I'm like, sister, let me tell you what's going on. So I gave her the spirit. I'm like, I don't really feel comfortable, because Drake had this particular friend, and you know the dudes when they be having this particular friends and you don't feel comfortable, and they be like, oh, it ain't nothing for you to worry about. Yeah, it was that type of friend, and it's the same friend that like he had. This friend and him had kissed before we even started dating, but they kissed before, and he had a crush on her and all that stuff, but they remained best friends because she wasn't into him or something like that at the time, you know. So they remained best friends, and she ended up like dating one of his other best friends. Anyway, so I was talking to her about it, and I was like, I don't feel comfortable about their friendship. Sometimes it just don't feel right. Oh, I know what happened. I remember what happened when he had to drop me off. That friend that I was just mentioning, let's call her, because she's gonna come up again. So let's call her, what's the girl name? What's the cute girl name? Let's call her Leslie. Okay? Drake and Leslie. Let's call her Leslie. So Leslie was like bipolar, or had like some type of something where she had to go to the hospital. So he dropped me off because she needed a ride to the hospital or something. She needed a ride from or to something. Can't remember. To her doctor's appointment or something like that. So he could take her, which is why I'm talking to my sister about this. So I come home, talking to my sister, and because she's like, why are you home so early? What's happening? And I was a little frustrated because I was annoyed that you dropped me off to go take your friend up to her doctor's appointment. Who are you dating? Are you dating me or her? And before I got the car with him, excuse me, let me back up a little. Before I got the car, when he dropped me off, before I got out the car with him, I gave him my little spiel, and I was like, I don't feel comfortable with your friendship. I feel like she like you or you like her, and my discernment is telling me that we're gonna end up breaking up, and you're gonna end up dating her, and I don't like this feeling. And he was like, man, he was just like, no, I don't like her. She doesn't like me. You're thinking too much into it. It's not that deep. We're just friends. Woo, the woo, the woo. You know, the basic spills. She needs somebody to help her because she doesn't have a car right now. I'm just trying to be a good friend, but I'm going to finish your clothes. I'm going to bring it back to you. Oh, all right. So I don't like to leave on not good terms with anybody. So gave him a kiss or whatever, not like a little peck or whatever. Got out the car. I was still upset because we was gonna talk about that night before we closed our eyes. Yeah. So when I got to the house, I was visibly upset, which is why my sister we was having this conversation. So let me paint the scenery for you. She has other children. At that point, she had 2 other children. So the TV was on. They were watching TV, and then she was making some rice and Salisbury steak. Okay, that was really kind of like the household go-to because my parents, my sister and my mom make a mean. I mean, all they do is just like take the plastic off and then put it in the oven. But I don't know if it's their love. I don't know. But there's certain things that like only my sister can cook for me. I don't care who makes it. If it's not her hands, I don't want it. And there's certain things that only my daddy can cook for me. I don't care who makes it. If it ain't my daddy, it don't taste right. And same thing with my mama. There's certain things that only she can make. And if it's not her, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? So she was making some butter rice to go with some Salisbury steak. Okay? And she was trying to like clean up the house because at this point my mom was at work, my dad was at work, and he was about to come home soon. And she was trying to like, we were trying to clean up the house or whatever and vacuum up before my dad come, because if my dad is a bit of a neat person, and if anything is like that, you're gonna hear his mouth. You're gonna hear his mouth. Okay, he's gonna talk. He gonna hear his mouth while he's cleaning it up. He gonna be telling you how he did what, but he gonna clean it up. Okay. So she was trying to prevent all that. So she saw that I was visibly upset. And like, I was like, sister, I need your advice. So I was telling her like, look, Drake got a friend named Leslie. Let me spill it out to you. Leslie and him kissed before. He used to have a crush on Leslie, but Leslie was not into him. But now they're best friends. He dropped me off at home early so he could take Leslie to her doctor's appointment. And there's something about it that just don't feel right to me. Something in my spirit just telling me they're gonna end up dating. He like her, she like him, and I don't like it. And I've told him I'm uncomfortable with it, and he still has not like unfriended her, you know. And if it was me and he told me he was uncomfortable with something, I would immediately, and I'm like this with anybody, if anybody that I love, like I love you dearly, and there's something that I'm doing that is hurting you, I will immediately fix it. Immediately fix it. Okay? Because I love you. I don't want to hurt you. You know? So, and there's been instances where like there are some things that I was friends with my exes. Because I'm one who once we break up, you still gonna want me, babes. That's story times that's coming. Okay? I finally went into like my archives of like old messages in my messenger and also my Instagram. Babes, there's some story times that's coming. They don't never want to leave me alone. I promise you, they don't never want to leave me alone. But him in particular, he actually didn't come back. We never really, yeah. When we broke up, it was a wrap. Okay. He's the only dude that ain't never really try to double back with me. So, yeah. So I'm telling her about the Drake and Leslie thing, and she's like, She asked me more probing information, like, why do you feel that way? Is it your insecurities? Are you like just, like, because I had just got a relationship when him and I started dating I forgot what I called him, but the one where I was like, I shot my shot and got him. That one. I had just got a relationship with him, and I was with him for like a year and some change. Okay. And like literally months later, not even a month, like a month later, I'm in a relationship with Drake. Okay. Yeah. You get over it real quick. Yeah, that time I didn't get myself to grieve nothing. I believed in the method, like you get over one by getting with another one. And that's what I did. So yeah, so I'm telling her that, and I'm like, and she's asking me that question, and I'm like, no, it's not that. I have given them chance after chance. Like, I haven't even tried to be cool with her. I'm not telling her, like, I even like communicate with her. Like, so I was trying to make it make sense in my head to the point where like I try to befriend her, and like her and I have conversations and like you know, but there's just still an unease there for me that is uncomfortable. And she's like, has he tried to make you comfortable with it? And I was like, absolutely not. No, he has not. So as we're talking, right, I'm texting him, and he's not replying. I've called him, he's not replying. And I've called him multiple times and he hasn't replied, because I'm trying to find out like about my clothes or whatever. He's not replying. And then my sister's like, okay, well, give her some time. So he finally replies to me. He's like, a bit annoyed with me because I've been blowing him up or whatever. And he's like, he's telling, and so we're having like a regular conversation. Like, what's up? What's going on? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. What you doing? Where's my clothes? You know? And because at this point it should be done by now. It's nighttime. You dropped me off like early evening. It's nighttime. Where's my clothes? Because the time that he told me he was gonna bring it back had passed. So I was getting worried because he had a hoopty. The reason I was blowing him up wasn't because he had a hoopty, and that hoopty has broken on him multiple times, and I was worried that like, oh, it happened again, and like he's stuck somewhere. So I'm blowing him up because of that, and he finally was like, no, I'm fine. Yeah, I had to do something for my mom. And I was like, do what? And he was like, oh, my mom was baking mac and cheese. My mom was baking mac and cheese, and the oven stopped working, and I had to take the mac and cheese over to Leslie's house to bake it. Now, oh, I'm scratching. I'm like, what is that right there? Now, let me explain something. Okay. I think I was like 19 or 20. Again, I'm just now. He's like my second. My second adult relationship. Meaning like outside of high school. Okay. So before we get further into this here, let me premise it by, let me give a disclaimer. Okay. I was really on real Delulu mood. Very much so Delulu. Okay. All right. Very much so. Milk behind my ear brain. Okay. Because they say your frontal lobe don't start developing until you're 25. And I wasn't 25 then. All right. Because me now. Me now. Baby. I would have been blocked. Anyway. And so the neighborhood that he lives in, his mom has a home, whatever. The neighborhood that they live in, their family members also don't live too far away from there. Okay? His cousin, all that, don't live too far away from there. So his mother, he could have taken the mac and cheese to his family member's house. You get what I'm going here? You get it? 1 + 1 is what? And right, 0 + 0 is what? Right. Okay. Yeah. And then what? Okay. Yeah. Because we can't really ever make 2 + 0 4, right? Yeah. He ate with that, with my dumb mind. He definitely ate. Okay. Now I would say he was actually like closer to my age. So he wasn't like, I don't get it. Anyway, so I was like, but why would you need to go over to Leslie's house why would your mom send you to Leslie's house for you to go bake mac and cheese? Now, I did believe it, though. But I was like, why would you go to Leslie's house to go bake mac and cheese? Why not your cousin's house? And he was like, because she was the closest. And her oven, or something like, either something like her oven was working. And that's just the first thing he thought of. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, once you're done, let me know when you're on the way. So I then proceed to tell my sister about this. And I'm like, so... his name is on my mind. I keep wanting to say his real name because I'm talking about him. I'm like, sister, Derek said that he is going to Leslie's house to go. His mom's oven is broken and he needs to go bake mac and cheese there. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah. Now, because it's been past when I last spoke to him about, and I was like, okay, cool, just let me know. It's past hours now, and I still have not heard back from him. Okay? So, let's say like 3 hours has passed by, or 2 to 3 hours has passed by, and I'm talking to my sister about, after our previous last conversation we talked about, she was like, it might just be me, for me just chill, just whatever's happening in the dark will come to the light. Me and him had a conversation, then now, fast forward, we're still home alone, we now eat, we have ate, we're like watching, I think we're watching Empire. At this point, my dad has come home. He's like in his room or whatever. And I'm like, so now I'm telling her about this. So I'm like, so how long? Because I don't know how to make American food like that. I've never baked mac and cheese in my life. Okay. Never. Okay. So I start a conversation off and I'm like, Cece. No, I don't call her Cece. I call her sister. Oh, sister, how long does it take to make mac and cheese? And she was like, I forgot what she said, but it was not hours. And I was like, well, Drake said that he had to go to Leslie's house to go bake mac and cheese because his mom, their oven is broken. And it's been like hours. Does it take hours to make mac and cheese? And that's when she was like, girl, what? And I was like, yeah, we had spoken and he was supposed to go, because there's a time limit that I can have visitors and I'm going to need my clothes. You know what I'm saying? Because again, curfew. Okay. So, and I'm telling her, I'm explaining the situation to her. The oven broke and he got it. And she was like, Yasme, what? What do you mean he's baking mac and cheese? Mac and cheese doesn't take that long. So I then proceed. When she tells me that, I'm like, okay, let me text her. Let me text Leslie. Because I have her on Facebook. I don't have her phone number, but I have her on Facebook. And let me text Leslie. So I message her and I'm like, hey Leslie, is Derek with you? And she then proceeded to spaz out on me. Like, I wasn't rude. I wasn't disrespectful. I was like, hey Leslie, how you doing? She was like, I'm good. I'm like, okay. Is Derek with you? Because I'm trying to reach him and he's not responding back to me. And she's like, she just like goes off on me. She's like, how do I explain? She basically was saying like, she's tired of me putting her in my relationship, which I've never. She's tired of me putting her in my relationship. Why am I texting her to question her about where Drake is? Woo. Like, as if like I came to her on some rah-rah and like it went there. And it got to the point where she was like threatening to fight me. Because we having back and forth. Because I'm like, who are you talking to like this? Girl, don't get beside yourself. Don't let the niceness that I've been showing you, don't let that fool you. Okay? Don't get beside yourself. So, yeah, we going back and forth. And I'm showing my sister these messages. And it got to a point where she was like, stop. You need to stop right there. And I was like, why? She was like, you're giving her power and ammunition to think that she has something over you. And she was explaining to me, you don't ever text another woman about your man because now you let that woman know there's something going on in your relationship. And now she knows that you're insecure about their relationship and like y'all have dysfunction. Y'all have dysfunction in your relationship. So I stopped texting her. I took a screenshot of everything she said to me, like saying that how she want to fight me or whatever. I took a screenshot and I sent it to him. And I was like, so You gonna check your best friend? Because she literally came out of towards me left field. Like, I did nothing wrong. I said nothing that was like disrespectful. I didn't come to her on a rah-rah stuff. I was literally just like, is he with you? Because he told me he was with you. That's it. And I'm like, so are you gonna check your best friend? Because this is unacceptable. You need to, like, this, like, at this point I was like, you need to either you're gonna be in a relationship with me or you're gonna cut this friendship off. And that was the ultimatum I gave him. And my sister was like, the fact that you had to even give him an ultimatum shows that he's not choosing you. And at that point, she was like, you gonna have to make a decision. Is it something that you're okay with being in a relationship with the man, knowing that he is choosing his best friend over you? And my sister got a way of like talking to me that, like, it feels like she's gut punching me, but she's really saying, like, in the sweetest way. And she's not trying to gut punch me, but it hits, like, because that's like my sister to me is like someone who, like, I highly take her advice. Like, there's never a time, I don't know. Yeah, there's never really a time that she has given me an advice that I don't take, because I take her word so, like, that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my sister. Okay? If she's like, I don't like this person, I don't even need an explanation, baby. She didn't even tell me she didn't like Drake, because she knew if she told me, I would have been broke up with him. We wouldn't even be twerking. Okay? She didn't tell me she didn't know. Did she tell me she didn't like? No, she didn't tell me she didn't like him. She didn't even tell me she didn't like my ex before him. She never told me she didn't. She usually tells me she don't like somebody after the fact. And I'd be like, girl, if you had been told me that you didn't like him, I would have been broke up with him. But my mother says, like, she subtly gave hints that she didn't like him, but because I was in love with him, I didn't see it. And I was like, well, I guess. She subtly give hints to wish, but she need, girl, child. I'd be like, Dolores, if you don't speak your mind, that's my sister's name. If you don't speak your mind and just tell me what you want, girl, like, good child. I love my baby. That's my heartbeat. Outside of God is first. But my sister, she does no wrong in my eyes, okay? She fighting, I'm fighting. She robbing, I'm robbing. She's still in a car, we still in cars, okay? Anyway, so yeah, so she's like, she gives me that advice, and she's like, you need to make a decision, because he responds back and he's telling me, like, dang, I wish like, when I break up people, like, I immediately delete our messages, and I really wish I did not. I really wish, with particularly him, because there was so much that happened in our messages, bruh. I really wish I did not. But so I sent it to him. I'm like, this is what's happening. This is what's going on between your best friend. I don't understand why she's talking to me like that. What is going on? I have you, like, what's this about? And he proceeds to be like, he proceeds to be like, this is too much drama. I'm doing too much. And, like, try to blame me for, first of all, you were baking mac and cheese for hours. Okay? Second of all, where's my clothes? Third of all, your best friend is overstepping her boundary, trying to fight me, who is supposed to be your girlfriend. At this point, we have been together for a year now, and I've been having a problem with her from the beginning. I even try to befriend her for you, even, like, there's other story times that includes both of them, but I'm like, oh, okay. And that's when my eyes became open, like, oh nah, he really gonna, like, he gonna stick beside her. He was like, that, you want me to be unfriend Leslie? Oh, I'm gonna stick beside her. Yeah, you can go, but I'm gonna stick beside her. And it brought it made I had to make a decision, okay? Because I was already pissed. I don't called him, cussed him out. Because at that point, you got me messed up, babes. Okay? I done called him, cussed him out. I wasn't as vulgar as I used to be with my previous ex. But, I didn't call him out his name. Like, I didn't insult him as a person, but I was pissed. I was pissed. Okay? I was livid. Okay? And I ended up breaking up with him. And I was like, bring me my clothes. Da-da-da-da. Woo-doo-woo-doo-woot. Da. Okay? So, what happened, this is where it goes like unforgivable. This is how I know I was like stupid in love, just dumb in love, because I can't say I was demonetized, because it wasn't something to be demonetized over, but it was the love, okay? Because when I love hard, and I love stupidly. Used to. Me now, no. Me then, yeah. That's why I'm very protective about when I see red flags from the beginning, because I know once I let you into my inner gates and in my inner gates of my heart, it takes God. It takes God. Okay? It's out of my hands. It takes God. So I'm blowing him up. I'm asking for my clothes. He's ignoring me. Okay? Because he's already done told me about myself, about me and his best friend, and how he gonna stick beside her. Okay? My sister's like, leave him alone. Oh, okay. So then I was pissed. I went to my mother. I was like, Mama, I need you to drive me over to Derek's house. Because, baby, I was going to go in person. When I was pissed. I told my mama what's happening. My sister know. Everybody. When I'm pissed, I'm pissed. When I'm pissed, I'm pissed. I wish I could call my sister right now and have her on the phone so she... Bruh, when I'm upset, I'm upset. So, I go to my mom, I tell my mom what's happening, because me and my mother are like this. Now, my daddy, I can't really go to my daddy and go tell him about stuff like, well, me and my dad are like this too, but like, certain things I can only go to my mother about, because my dad's going to be like, girl, what? Leave him alone. He wasn't going to be with the shenanigans. I thought my mom was going to be with the shenanigans, okay? So I go tell her, and I'm like, Mama, can you drive me over to Derek's house? I didn't really tell her that I want to like fight him or whatever, because I really wanted to fight him. That's what I wanted to do, fight him, because I know he was home at that point. He has gotten back home, and because she knew me to know that like when I'm okay and when I'm not okay, and she knew I was pissed, and she was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. It's okay, because I was like, I need to go get my clothes. I gave her the excuse like my clothes is there, and I need to go get my. And she's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. He can bring it to you. And I go to Dolores, my sister, and I'm like, bruh, I need you to drive me over to Derek's house right now. Okay? Right now. And she was like, and she was playing along at first. She was like, okay, we can go. Just give me a second. Let me put my babies to sleep. Da-da-da-da. For the woo. Gave her some time. Why she got in bed? I was like, ma'am, excuse me. I still need to go to Derek's house. What we doing? And she was like, Yasme, I'm not taking you over there. Yasme, I'm not taking you over there. And I was like, why? And she was like, no. Because if it was her, and she needed me to take her somewhere to go flat some tires, break some windows, I'm not taking her either. Like, we ride or die, but not to go to jail. Like, I'm gonna ride with you in my mind. We're gonna steal cars in my mind, okay? In our mind. We're gonna make the whole plan in our mind. But we're not gonna go physically do it, girl. What? Like, what? So she was like, girl, I'm not taking you over there. Come lay down. Go to sleep. Let's put on Dream Girls. Give me your phone. And I was like, no, because he got me messed up. He got me. I used to cuss at that time, okay? He got me effed up. I don't know who he think he is. I don't know who he think I am, that he think that he can just play around with me like this. I didn't do anything to that girl. I didn't provoke her in any way. And for the fact that somebody that I was laying down with, giving him cootie cat, loving him unconditionally with the extra skin and all of that stuff, he wasn't attractive like that. And I gave him a chance. Even trying to be friends with the girl. Oh, you got me all the way effed up. Like, what? Nah. Nope, I want to go fight him. And I want to fight him now. Now, I would not have been able to beat that man up because he did jiu-jitsu too. Okay? He was definitely like stronger than me. And he lived with his mother, so his mother would have definitely called the police. Yeah. His mother would have definitely been like, girl, get off my yard now. But I was gonna bust his window, and I've never felt that urge to ever bust anybody's window before or slash anybody's tire. I know now, at that point I knew how girls got there, women got there, because I wanted to bust his windows. I wanted to slash his tires. I wanted to destroy his belonging. Okay, go get my clothes, cuss him out, lay him down in front of his mother, and she could have got it too. Nah, she couldn't got it. I'm not that disrespectful, but he was definitely gonna hear my mouth. Had my sister took me. So, fast forward in the night. Okay, at this point, everybody's getting ready for bed. Everybody's in bed now. He texts me. And he's like, he's like, oh, you can stop calling me because I left your clothes at your door. No knocking on my door. No, hey, I'm on the way with your clothes now. Hey, come outside and come grab it. Hey, I'm here. I left your clothes at the door. He was already gone by the time he texted me. That even pissed me off, even put me in rage. I was brokenhearted and I was pissed. Like, pistosity, like the level of it was like fumes. Oh my God. Oh, if I had a car, if I could drive, I promise you there was no way that anybody was going to stop me from going to this man's house, because you and her can catch this fate right now. Right now. Because at first I wasn't really, I allowed you to even think that you could talk to me like that. I allowed you to even think that, baby, I was to be played with. So at first I was playing with I'm like, nah, I'm not going to be upset with her. I'm upset with him for the fact that she think that it was okay to talk to me like that. You have allowed her, you have said things to her for her to think that it's okay. Because for me, the friends that I had, the guy friends that I used to have, I would have never disrespected any of their girls like that. I would have never. And they've never made me feel like it was okay for me. Not even like, I just would never. Not that we ever had, like, I just would never. Because, like, baby, I'm not sleeping with him. He ain't under me. So I have no reasons for me to have an attitude with you. Oh, I was pissed. It took everything in me to not order a Lyft or an Uber. I don't think I even knew about Lyft or Ubers back then. Had I known about Lyft and Uber, I probably would have gotten one. But I was blowing up his phone. I probably called that man more than 30 times that night. Text his phone. I was so pissed. I felt disrespected. First, you didn't just disrespect me, you disrespect my parents' home. Because, like, why you disrespected me in front of people? Like, he's disrespected me before, but not in front of people. Now you have done it in front of my family. And now I look like I look disrespected. So I'm pissed. Okay? Pissed. And my sister had to she took my phone away and was like talking to me. I think we had ended up going outside to go sit in a car or whatever. And she was like talking to me and was like, I was crying. Because when there's a level of pissedness that when I get to, like, I have to cry. Because I can't put my hands on you. I can't. I can't when I start crying, it's not because I'm sad. It's because I want to strangle you. I want to take the life out of your body. Like, I could have been wanted for murder. I was so mad. I was so mad that night. I was so mad. I couldn't sleep that night. But my sister and I, we ended up talking about it. It didn't help none. I was still pissed. Like, when I'm pissed, I don't like talk no more. So she was talking to me. I was just like blank face, just staring out the window, just looking at because how she parked my parents' door was in front of us. So I was just staring at that. I honestly don't even know what she said to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was mad. I don't know. We ended up going to, because we shared a room. We ended up going to sleep or whatever. And we were broken up. Because I at this point, I can't still be with you. I can't move past. You have disrespected me. Like, the disrespect before, it was never at this level. It would be like little things. I'm not going to touch on it because I'm going to do a story time about it. But you have disrespected me to a level I've never been disrespected before. So yeah, that was that. And this was towards the ending of it. You would think this was the end of the relationship. No. Cause the Lulu Yasme, she wanted to get hurt some more. Oh, that wasn't enough. She was like, oh no. I love red flags. This is 6 flags to me. Give me all the red flags. It's a Mario game. Collect all the red flags. Even the biggest. Give it to me. Okay? Give it to me. Give me the red flag. But yeah, that is the story time for today. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that post notification bell so that you'll be notified every time your girl does what? Drop another banger of a story time. Okay? I love y'all. I mean it. God love you. Know it. I love you. I mean it. God love you. Know it. And the moral of this story is, let me tell you, don't love yourself more than you love anybody else. Do not ever use the excuse. Unconditional love is not you loving. God does not ever, the Bible said guard your heart. Guard your heart. Because that's where your decisions come from. Guard your heart. He said love your neighbor as you love yourself, but not to the detriment of yourself. If you don't love you have to love yourself first to be able to love your neighbor as you love yourself. If you have dysfunctional love for yourself, then yeah, you're going to love other people dysfunctionally. Okay? And when you see red flags, baby, run. Leave them alone. You can love people from a distance. You can choose you. Love your neighbor as yourself does not mean to your detriment. You can love people. You can love people from a distance. Yeah, that should have been the end for me. But no, it continues on. But see you in the next one.